Well, the time has finally come. The MEEP needs the brakes fixed. It is now end of April, and we did the Lemons Rally in August of 2022. On the rally, the brakes in the back started grinding, and I've been driving it since with the brakes grinding. Granted, it's about 5,000 miles, but now they're getting pretty bad. So maybe it'll make noise when I back up here. Nope. It's gonna make me a liar. Now, don't mind the antenna falling. Come on, brakes, make noise. They'll just make noise when I'm driving, it's great. They were grinding like crazy last night, but it was very cold. But we're on our way to Tony's house to do the rear brakes. Let's see how bad these things are. Oh, there you go. It started singing the song of its people. We have noises everywhere coming from this thing. Oh God, that hurts. Oh, well, let's get to it. All right, well, I got it on Tony's lift. This sounds good. And at first it was this one that was the bad one. Now it's the other side. Awesome. Well, got the tire off. I think I figured out where part of my shutter's coming from. That's a lot of dirt. And they're horribly worn from the bad struts in the back. And yeah, that's good. Oh boy. Let's have fun getting that out. Well, the thing I wasn't looking forward to the most, that pin right there came right out of the hub. There's our wonderful looking rotor. Let's just say it probably wasn't working very well, and it's full of dirt. We're also gonna replace the caliper on both sides, because I have them, might as well do them. I'll find a wear wheel, clean up this mess, slap the rotor on, clean it off, and put the new caliper on. Yeah. And then do that side. Well, we got the rotor in. We got the bracket for the caliper. I learned that these are like a Mercedes Metris, and you have to screw the caliper into the brake line since there's no banjo bolt like a GM product. So yeah, I have to now figure out which side the brake pads go on, because there's two different flavors. Who designs this crap? People that want to confuse me about it, I guess. Got normal backing, freaking something. So figure this out, get it back on, and then go to that side, get it apart, and then we'll bleed the brakes. Because yeah, it'd be kind of nice to not be waking the neighborhood going. Okay, so got the passenger side off. The alignment screw is not aligning anything. And turns out this side is actually worse than the driver's side. That could be why my brake light's on. I have the piston pushed all the way out. Well, let's get this side apart. Well, the good news is I got my money's worth out of these brake pads. Yeah, so there's the grinding, or part of the grinding. And then the piston was all the way out. So that's good. Oh, let's get this stuff off of here. Well, Tony's over here making fun of me about my personal life choices, but the set screws broke off, and we're just gonna put it back together without the set screw. Luckily the wheel bearings sound okay, but I really need to do the lower control arms. Even though this side and that side have been replaced, the tires are still kicking out. So I'm gonna get some adjustable ones and see if I can pull them in a little bit to make it work. Well, I got the tire back on, only to have to take it back off again because I forgot to put this stupid safety spring in. If anybody knows what the actual purpose of this is, let me know. Because if it's in there, I'm putting it back in. But if it does absolutely nothing, I'm never, ever putting these things back in again because they suck so bad. All right, thanks to Tony, we have the brakes bled on the Mini. Now I have to go to the car wash because I scraped out a buttload of mud. It's very, very windy. I'll show you. That was the driver's tire of dirt. That was the passenger tire. Rears. So I'm gonna go blast out the fronts at the car wash. All right, well, it's a few hours later. We're back home with the MEEP. Unfortunately, when I went to the car wash to clean the wheels out, we knocked some paint off the car, but that's okay. It's had so many different themes in its life. All the themes will start melding together slowly. But the rear brakes no longer grind. Unfortunately, we still have a brake pedal issue. We pulled it out of the garage at Tony's house, got to the top of the hill. I had no brakes, so I had to drive it down the hill, re-bled the brakes a couple times, and it was better. Drove it in to wash it and left. It was okay. I got off the highway. I had no brakes again, so that was cool. Pulled in to my in-laws' house, re-bled the brakes, and they were better for all of like 30 seconds, and I got home, and it's been sitting since. I'm going to try to drive it to work tomorrow. Hopefully the brakes are working better by then. Otherwise, I am going to have to bleed the fronts. The reservoir was pretty low when we started doing the rear brakes. So maybe there's air in the front of the system somehow, but the car was on a flat lift the entire time. I never drained the reservoir completely empty. It was still at the minimum line. And yeah, so I try to figure that out this week and keep on working on a few things. Gabby's still here, but I do have an announcement. We were invited to No Name Nationals in September of this year down in Missouri. So we are going to make the MEEP drive down there. I could take the van or the Mrs. Escape, but I think it'd be more fun to drive the No Name Nationals in the MEEP. And it gets pretty good gas mileage. So we're going to be doing a few things here and there. I'll be posting some videos on it. Like to get the brakes fixed first. After that, I might throw some front pads on it. I'm going to do something with some lighting up on the roof. The roof still leaks in the car wash. I got water coming in, so that was awesome. Still haven't figured out where that's at, so maybe we'll have another video where we're actually doing a leak test, trying to figure that out. And I need to do something with the headlights, because they stink. Right, Gabby? The headlights stink on this car. So they're LED headlights off of eBay. They work great on high, and on low they're kind of crappy. It could be all the paint overspray on the sides causing that. They weren't very expensive. Maybe I'll find another pair or just some stock Jeep TJ headlights to put on the car. Yes, Gabby. You want to go to No Name Nationals? How are you going to do in a car for like 16 plus hours? Oh, yeah, I didn't think so. But yeah, we're just going to leave it how it's going. The paint flaking off the car. We'll see what it looks like by the time we get down there. Maybe it'll be some weird urban camouflage by then. But yeah, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content on the MEEP, us going to No Name Nationals, and more adventures we have.